Hutton Orbital Radio News. Tune in every Thursday and get the horn.
Here aboard the Orbital, spring has arrived as somebody remembered to flick the springy switch. But we don't expect it to last. It did make a satisfying BOIOING noise though. As the team starts assembling ready for the week's show, they've had to skirt around one section of the station where it appears Mr. Dusty is in the process of being arrested. From what we could tell as we passed, he was on secondment to floor mopping guy. What a hero. But attempted to unclog a visiting Dutch Historical Society. Lail's on the rampage after someone stole her favourite electric head razor. Friend Federico appears happy, but that's normal. And as we finally make our way into the studio, turn on the lights, plug in the desk, check that the Hutton ticker is either broken or not, a microphone arm swings closer to one of the presenters, and he pushes a button before saying,
"Our mics are live." Good evening, and welcome to Studio 6, where once again it's Hutton's look at the world that was and is this week.
But what about the world that's going to be?
And which world? There are a lot.
Where in the world have you put my copy of the script?
As a man of the world, I can give you at least 5 locations you've not thought of yet.
World, would you look at that? It's under the mug.
Oh, crikey. Let's move on before the bottom falls out of my world. Well, that's completely failed, isn't it? Let's just try that one again. Oh, there it is. There's the picture. Don't panic. Nothing went missing.
Panic!
Avoid broken hearts by insisting on only the real thing.
I look at some of the hazards of Distant World 3.
We investigate what's behind Lexi's fascination with Radicoida.
Unexpected imperial visit delights space Cornishmen and women.
And have you been affected by space potholes? We look into the phenomenon.
I say, I'm not doing the BTS again this week. I absolutely refuse.
Startling reports emerged last weekend of widespread concern across the bubble after several core Pilots Federation services briefly became unavailable. The disruption affected shipboard command systems, universal cartographics, and several financial clearing systems operated by the Bank of Zayons. For a short period, many pilots found their navigation data, vessel manifests, and account balances temporarily inaccessible. Within minutes of the outage being noticed, speculation began to circulate regarding the possible causes. Initial theories included Thargoid electronic warfare, sabotage by rival powers, interference from Guardian artifacts, and what one commentator described as the inevitable consequences of extreme digital fatigue corroding internal server data structures. A competing theory suggested that the disruption was the work of the dastardly Don and his band of BI-patched, wooden-limbed and hook-handed, swarthy types, who were apparently attempting to seize control of the galaxy's banking and cartographic systems. Authorities later confirmed that no such individuals were detected anywhere near the relevant data infrastructure, although a spokesperson admitted that the description was unhelpfully specific. Pilots across multiple systems reported apparently alarming symptoms. Several commanders claimed their ship inventories had disappeared even entirely, Others reported their vessels had become unregistered, while a smaller but vocal group insisted their personal credit balances had vanished. These reports quickly expanded to include a number of more unusual side effects. Commander Gervais L. Tiddlywick, acting Deputy Assistant Liaison for Peripheral Data Integrity within the Federation Committee for Information Continuity, filed a formal complaint stating,
That glitch turned me into a newt.
he later clarified the situation.
I got better.
Other pilots attributed a wide variety of unrelated incidents to the disruption. Commander Marlene Frobisher-Smythe, Provisional Acting Coordinator for Domestic Affairs within the Independent Guild of Interstellar Family Administrators, claimed the outage had resulted in the disappearance of a dear relative.
It stole my Aunt Betty.
Attempts to determine the relevance of Aunt Betty to Pilots Federation telemetry systems have not produced any clear answers. When asked for further information, Marlene added,
Well, 1 minute she was there knitting some really long socks, and then poof, she was gone. Must have been the server glitch. I mean, we'd only turned our backs for a couple of hours.
Additional reports linked the outage to missed cargo deliveries, lost bounties, a malfunctioning coffee dispenser on a Type 7 freighter, and at least one pilot claiming the disruption was responsible for them catching influenza while docked in Epsilon Indy. According to a short statement released by the Pilots Federation Infrastructure Division, the event was caused by a temporary systems fault during routine maintenance of several synchronization clusters. But no accounts were deleted, no vessels were lost, no cartographic data vanished, and the Bank of Zeons confirmed that no credit balances had been altered. All systems returned to normal operation shortly afterwards. Officials also confirmed that the incident had no documented connection to missing relatives, spontaneous amphibian transformation, seasonal respiratory illness, or maritime-themed criminal syndicates. A spokesperson added that while the Federation regrets the Pilots Federation, regrets the temporary inconvenience, the infrastructure teams would like to reassure pilots that their ship's money, exploration data and Aunt Betty's remain safely where they were before the outage. With the possible exception of the newt, we're not sure that ever existed.
Reports are flooding in from what used to be the front lines of the Thargoid War, specifically from the wreckage of the fallen Titans. You remember those? We've been scavenging them for a really long time now. While the Federation and Empire are still patting themselves on the back for strategic victories, the Hutton docking bays are seeing a different kind of fallout. It appears the souvenir subculture has reached fever pitch, nostalgia being a thing, with everyone beginning to admit we actually miss the Thargoids, and not everyone is selling the genuine article. We spoke to Barnaby Bargain Bin Baz, the chief curator of the Hutton Museum of Things We Found in a Signal Source, who claims the market is being flooded with what he calls interstellar knick-knackery. According to Baz, several enterprising haulers have been spotted in the Alpha Centauri system selling authentic Titan drive components that bear a suspicious resemblance to spray-painted Sidewinder heatsinks. According to Baz's lead researcher, Professor Salty Sarah, the Senior Fellow of Junk Science and Rubbish Recognition,
It's a disgrace to the profession. I saw one lad trying to pass off a charred piece of a Type 7's landing gear as a fragment of the Titan Thor's ribcage. He'd even glued some glow-in-the-dark lichen from bio-waste bins onto it. People are buying this junk thinking they've got a piece of history when all they've really got is a potential biohazard and a very disappointed insurance adjuster.
the situation escalated when a shipment of Thargoid heart-shaped paperweights arrived at the orbital. Upon closer inspection by Commander Rusty Rivet Walloper, the senior vice president of gaffer tape application, it was discovered the hearts were actually just frozen lumps of recycled sludge from a leaking adder's septic tank. shaped with a laser cutter and chilled to sub-zero temperatures. When we asked for a comment from the primary distributor, a fellow calling himself Commander Totally Legit Larry, the independent representative for extraterrestrial curiosities, he stated that his products were...
well, they're like totally artistic interpretations of the conflict.
And that any similarities to ship-side plumbing were...
entirely coincidental, and probably a sign of a very creative mind.
Truckers are warned to check their scanners before buying alien artifacts from the back of an unregistered hauler. If it doesn't hum with a terrifying ancient power, it's probably just someone's old exhaust manifold. In other news, the station management would like to remind everyone that the 0G wrestling tournament in the docking bay has been postponed. Apparently, someone tried to use a crate of bargain bin Baz's Thargoid Sludge hearts as a bowling ball, and the cleanup crew is currently busy chipping the results off the ceiling of Pad 3.
As the distant World 3 expedition settles into the long rhythm of the deep blacks, the reported reaching the orbital aren't quite glorious discoveries, but the simple, grinding reality of the life on the starry trail. Without the safety net of a fleet carrier for every meal, those being reserved strictly for emergencies and the truly broken, the ragtag fleet is finding out once again exactly how big the galaxy really is. The biggest hurdle so far hasn't been Thargoids or white dwarfs, but the missing man phenomenon. We've heard of several pilots who took a long weekend on a scenic moon only to realise the main expedition fleet had moved on, leaving them to play a high-stakes game of manic catch-up. It's a sobering reminder that out there, if you oversleep, your nearest neighbour is suddenly 50 jumps away. Then we have the Fat Finger coordinate curse. One commander reportedly spent an entire evening jumping toward a star that was technically on the map, but unfortunately about 5,000 light years in the opposite direction of the waypoint. He'd dropped a 7 for a 4 in his navigation computer and spent hours wondering why the fleet signal was getting fainter while he was making such good time. To keep the space madness at bay, the open comms have turned into a makeshift choir. When the silence gets too loud, the fleet has taken to harmonising. We've managed to snag a verse of the latest chart topper being hummed across the subspace frequencies.
The fuel scoop is humming, the sensors are green. It's the loneliest planet that I've ever seen. I've mistyped the system and I'm heading out far. I'm chasing the wrong bloody light from a star. So rattle your mugs and keep up the pace. There's no one to hear you out here in deep space.
Yeah, we asked Dr. Dusty Doolittle, our adjunct professor of space boredom, how the pilots are holding up with their usual station comforts, or without their usual station comforts. He sent us a short-range burst saying,
They've reached the stage where they're talking to their limpets and giving the ship's computer a personality makeover.
Those of you trailing the main pack, keep your eyes on the navlock and your fingers off the self-destruct button. Exploration is a marathon, not a sprint. And there's no shame in being the last one to the waypoint as long as you arrive with your canopy intact.
Speculation continues to swirl around Lexi October and her mysterious October Consortium following their recent acquisition of Radicoida spoils. While Galnet is busy debating the ethics of corporate-led exobiology, the view from the Hutton docking bays is considerably more suspicious. Reliable sources within the Duatama system, including Commander Filter Coffee Finnegan, the senior orbital consultant for unsanctioned distillation, claims that the consortium's interest in alien fungi isn't medical at all. Finnegan reports seeing a spike in high-grade fermentation equipment being moved towards Lexi's private holdings, alongside a bulk order of Centauri Megagin that would leave two whole systems drier than the sunny side of a particularly atmosphereless moon. The word on the gantry is that Lexi isn't looking for a cure for anything. She's looking for a mixer. Professor Bambi Bubbles McSorley, the self-appointed Dean of Carbonated Studies here at the School of Hard Knocks in Hutton, suggests that the unique chemical structure of the Radicoida unica acts as a natural stabiliser for high-proof spirits. According to McSorley,
if you drop a slice of that alien mushroom into a glass of Megagin, it stops the gin from melting through the bottom of your standard non-Hutton mug. It's a game changer. We are investigating the potential of a Radicoida tonic as the ultimate accompaniment.
When we reached out to the consortium for a comment, a spokesperson, one Reginald Not Available von Stealth, the principal architect of vague press releases, stated that they were
exploring the aromatic possibilities of the spoils,
but denied that they were planning a
bit of a tasting sesh.
Truckers are advised to keep their scanners tuned to the consortium's frequencies. If Lexi October is indeed sitting on a stash of alien-infused gin, the Hutton community will be expecting a delivery. Until then, keep your mugs filled with standard issue CMG, with or without a mixer of your choice. In other news, Cecil appears to have borrowed the Hutton Pool Type 9 again, and was last seen heading in the direction of Duamta. If anyone could please catch up with him and send him back. The Type 9 has all of this week's laundry in it.
Celebrations of St. Piran's Day took place this week in the independent system HIP 22372, where the visiting dignitary Princess Aisling Duval joined the local miners, marking the traditional festival of Cornwall Keep. The princess was travelling through the region when station authorities invited her to observe the annual miners' celebration. St. Piran, historically regarded as a patron saint of tin miners, has gradually become associated with asteroid mining and other forms of off-world material extraction. To mark the occasion, station officials organised a short demonstration of mining expedition into a nearby asteroid belt. Rather than the more traditional surface mining techniques, the visiting delegation elected to demonstrate deep core mining, a method involving the placement of seismic charges within the fissures of the rock before detonating them to expose the valuable mineral deposits. Known to the locals as blowing shit up and then scooping it, Princess Duval reportedly took an active interest in the procedure. Commander Trevithink Penhaligon, acting Deputy Regional Cultural Observance Facilitator for the HIP 22372 Mining and Heritage Committee, described the exercise.
The princess displayed a keen interest in the process. The first charge was placed with appropriate care. The resulting detonation separated the asteroid into several useful fragments and produced what observers described as a most satisfactory explosion.
Witnesses report the princess appeared particularly pleased once the second charge was detonated. Nearby cockpit microphones later recorded what officials described as an expression of enthusiastic approval, transcribed in her instant log as
Fuck yeah!
Station authorities confirmed the remark was not considered a breach of protocol given the circumstances. Following the demonstration, guests returned to Cornwall Keep, where station catering teams had prepared several hundred Cornish pasties, the traditional miner's meal. The sealed pastry dish has proven unexpectedly well suited for life in space. Its thick, crimped crust allows miners to hold the pastry while its contents remain extremely hot, preventing burns during long shifts. There are ongoing debates about the use of the protected name of the Cornish pasty, and wherever the pasties are created in places called Cornwall that aren't actually Cornwall are appropriate. A bit like a molten Mowbray pie, as it were. A means of circumventing these galactic treaties, though, the clever application of names, but for this trip, Princess Duval appears to have given her seal of approval. Commander Jory P. Penwithers, senior designer for Falcon de Lacy Ship Design Division, and through Cornishman, explained the practical advantages.
The silhouette is remarkably similar to a Cobra Mark III, which makes it immediately appealing to most pilots. More importantly, the reinforced crimp around the edge provides structural integrity sufficient to survive atmospheric re-entry.
Station officials confirmed that the visiting miners consumed the pastries at a rate the catering staff described as somewhere between a scoff and a devour. Princess Duval concluded the visit by raising the black and white flag of St. Piran's alongside station personnel, very carefully adding the phrase
Gŵl, Piran, Lowen, De, BOIOING and Steernow.
All words to that effect, to which the assembled miners shouted back,
"Fuck yeah!"
So, this was also not considered a breach of protocol before continuing her journey.
Recent developments in the entrepreneurial sector of the bubble have produced a technological solution to a problem that may or may not exist. A startup operating out of a co-working cargo hold in Barnard Star has announced seed funding for an application intended to catalogue what its founder describes as space potholes. The founder, Commander Julian Jules Penworth, describes himself as a navigation disruption engineer. His company, Lane Logic, proposes to crowdsource reports from pilots encountering irregularities during supercruise transit. Pilots submit telemetry describing disturbances in the local gravitational gradient of shipping lanes. These reports are processed by what the company calls a distributed space-time anomaly classifier, intended to identify regions where observed gravity differs from the values predicted by stellar cartography models. The premise is simple. When a well-mapped route begins producing repeated navigation corrections, something in the local mass distribution has changed. Penworth's technical paper proposes several possible causes. One possibility is dense clusters of recently fragmented debris. Asteroid collisions can produce small but concentrated mass groupings capable of creating minor variations in local space-time curvature. A ship passing through such a region may experience repeated course corrections as the flight computer compensates. Another explanation involves residual four-dimensional frameshift wake turbulence. Large vessels entering or leaving supercruise briefly distort the surrounding metric. In extremely busy corridors, those distortions may overlap before space-time fully relaxes. A third candidate involves uncatalogued compact masses such as primordial micro-black holes, or fragments of degenerate stellar matter, producing sharply localized gravitational wells. These explanations are supported, according to the company, by increasing numbers of pilot incident reports describing disturbances in otherwise well-charted lanes. Several commanders have submitted maintenance reports citing damage to the suspension mounts of their frameshift drives, while others have begun filing claims against local system governments for failing to mend the space potholes in a timely manner. Penworth claims that once sufficient telemetry has been collected, navigation systems will be able to route ships automatically around these disturbances. The company's seed funding round was led by venture capital firms based in George Pantasis, who described the concept as the ways of supercruise. Promotional material for the application includes testimonials from pilots reporting severe incidents. One such report came from Clive Dibbler-Poxley, Senior Assistant Deputy Corridor Integrity Liaison Officer for the Alliance Subcommittee on Minor Navigational Irritations, who described a recent encounter.
Oh, yes, I hit a space hole so large it caused me to spill my coffee directly into my lap, and immediately thereafter the guidance controls, at which point the ship altered course rather dramatically and I hit a moon.
Having reviewed the documentation, it must be acknowledged that the physics involved is not unreasonable. Gravitational microgradients, frame shift wake turbulence, and uncatalogued compact masses could all produce measurable perturbations in a ship's inertial reference frame. The modelling appears coherent. The diagrams of curved spacetime are attractive. The investor presentation contains several equations which appear to be genuine. However, the project documentation does not appear to include a single diagnostic step involving the flight hardware of the reporting pilots, which means that after several pages of gravitational modelling, venture capital projections, and distributed anomaly mapping, one small possibility remains unexamined. No one has yet asked the pilots reporting these space potholes whether their dodgy knockoff X-52 throttle has a loose wire.
I thought I said I wasn't going to look at this, but you stuck this list in front of me for the mug, in a mug, and I'm having to look at it. It's got hundreds of systems on it. This is not good. Hang on. I think I need a drink. If you think I'm going to read all of these, you've got another thing coming. But, aha, said I, 36 Ophiuchi did have a terrorist attack, but it got better. So don't worry about that one. There's lots of places in expansion, but that's sort of normal for Hutton space. Other than that, there's an election in 2 Mass 1503. Whoever's got 2 Mass 1503 plus 2525, you've got an election coming. And, I suggest you pay attention. Lacale 8760's got a war coming. That's a little inconvenient. As does LHS 2429. If you like doing combat, you might want to go and visit. Bring a gun or some gin, or both. Other than that, it just says expansion, and a little bit more expansion. Hang on, I'm on page 6. Yeah, expansion. Oh, Swine's DJHB2-5 has an outbreak. Probably of ridiculous system names. I'm looking through them all. I'm on page 8. Hang on, there's 23 pages of this. I'm on page 9. It says expansion. Bidmere has an outbreak. Uv Seti has a war. Expansion. God, I'm bored of expansion. Aren't you bored of expansion? I think I am. Anyway, that's it for Hutton's BGS bit. I'm going for a lie down. Hang on.
Who thought it was sensible to give him a printout of 32 pages of numbers? Honestly, it's... Well, thank you very much.
Probably the same person that made me sing.
Somebody says, I think we both
Hidden
need a drink."
talent.
Oh, yes, yeah. Well, it was a shanty.
Yeah,
and-
let's keep it hidden.
Well, it's hidden behind a Hutton live stream, which nobody's watching. Especially, who is it who says a manic mutt says, "I think we both need a drink." Well, that makes 3 of us. 11 wars, 6 outbreaks, 4 elections. There we go. That's
You know
a lot.
who's not watching though?
Who's not watching?
Cornwall.
No,
All of
Cornwall.
Not anymore.
We have had a message saying we've managed to upset Cornwall, and Commander Kessenik is now being educated about different crimp types. What have we done? We're really, really, well, not really sorry. We haven't got an
I
apology.
assume he's
officer.
talking about crimping pies.
Yes.
No, not pies.
Cornish pasties.
Like, crimping to me is wires. I do that to wires. I don't do that to food.
Yes, you've been known to crimp the odd orange snake.
Hair strays.
Or hair. Yes, Flossy, you're absolutely right. Hair crimping. So,
He's a German, isn't he?
hair crimping. Goose stepping all over the studio. Well done. That was a
We're
lot
going to
sharper than I
upset
could manage it
Germany
myself.
next, are we?
Oh goodness, we managed to offend most of the world. Oh, maybe not quite as bad as Donald Trump, but oops, let's not go into politics. I'm going to take a fair guess that there was not a Frontier dead stream this week.
All right.
We do have.
I'm going to say no.
No, I
It's
think
a
safe.
fairly safe bet.
Yeah, fairly safe, fairly safe. Well, but there is some news from former Frontier personnel, though. Did anybody else see it?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Someone has got an
Yes, I
excuse
did.
for not coming to ECM, and we might let him off for this one.
it's a damn good excuse at that, isn't it? It's
It is.
Yes.
It's a good one.
Well, congratulations to Commander Chuck Handgun, also known as ARF, on the announcement via various channels this week that as of just before ECM, looks like he's going to be a dad.
Yay.
Yay! And actually, do you know what? I can see him as a dad. It sort of fits with my mental image of ARF, Dad material, definitely.
I wonder how long the beard's going to last with small children. It tends to just be something that is pulled, and I can't imagine that comfortable.
Well, he keeps it fairly tight. He can go for designer stubble for a bit, though the tiredness and lack of sleep might mean it just grows when he's not watching. By the way,
So if it's going to be a mini ARF, does that mean that they're going to be a quarter or an eighth?
oh dear. I've just been sent a message by somebody telling me all about the different crimping methods
Oh.
for Cornish pasties.
Oh. I
Right.
thought we were still talking wires.
No. So we have, well, this could be wires, because you have a traditional side crimp. Well, we're all familiar with that one. Yes.
Are we? Okay.
Yep. Then there is the top crimp, also known as the dinosaur back, which is the official method approved by the Cornish Pasty Association, which involves twisting and pinching. So sounds fun. A fork crimp, which is apparently an easy method for home bakers. Yes, and there are lots of tips for perfect crimping. You've got to use pasty thumbs. You've got to have a good pasty thumb, apparently.
What is that? It sounds edible. I'm not sure it is.
But no, it's you're getting a perfect twist using your thumb, and a technique apparently requires practice. I understand that the ladies over at Wonders do provide some guidance on that one. And here's one for you, Gray. The note that I've got in front here says you've got to avoid overworking.
I'm not overworking. I'm not working at all.
Yeah, because apparently too much handling can make you tough.
So I just looked up the Cornish Pasty Association,
Yes.
and I get sign up now. The first fastest amateur in the world crimping competition.
Absolutely.
I love the fact that there's I suppose there is a professional crimper for pastries.
Well, see,
It's
their
like-
slogan.
What?
Have you got that there
No.
on the screen there as well, Valkyrius?
No.
We are here
Maybe,
to
I'm not
champion and protect the authenticity and distinctiveness of the genuine Cornish pasty.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that bit, yeah. I see that.
Brackets, geographic origin, UK protected. They've even got a
No
stamp.
one talks about the molten Mowbray pie anymore. Molten Mowbray pie style pie.
Yes, or the your protected fizzy drinks from France, or even your black puddings from North Britain.
Are they protected? Because
Yes,
I thought
they
it had
are.
to have the name in it.
Oh, they do. No,
It's like-
it's a particular, a Stornoway black pudding is protected the same way as Cornish pasties are, and Melton Mowbray pork pies and certain French drinks are.
A Chardonnay.
Yes, though unfortunately America hasn't cottoned on to the fact that cheddar does not involve plastic cheese. It actually involves the kind of thing that's made in
You
cheddar.
mean it's not meant to come in a spray can?
No, cheddar actually comes from
Blech.
cheddar. Yes, and Stilton should come from Stilton. Okay, so there isn't that. Is there anything else that's been released on the Galaxy? I mean, obviously, we did mention in the news the minor server incident, which turned from a minor server incident into global panic, as far as I can tell, where everybody jumped on a bandwagon of blaming everything, including it ate my cat, and oh my God, my PC melted, and it must have been pirates, and it wasn't at all. It was it was the usual. Had a bit of a weekend meltdown, but everybody else decided to panic and blame it on stuff that wasn't true, or as far as we can tell wasn't true, including people putting fake messages from support and all sorts up on Facebook, which is not cool.
Yeah.
Really not cool.
Why? Why bother?
Whether they're just trying to cause harm or whatever, but faking up messages from support saying there have been data breaches and all sorts, but then getting the date on it wrong. I mean, if you're going to fake it, at least do a good job.
This has
But
like the
Time
dirty dib.
zone's wrong.
This sounds like it's got the dirty paws of a large language model all over it.
That would figure.
Misinformation clickbait because some people want attention. I absolutely agree with you. They did get attention. Unfortunately, the usual muppetry that hangs around the forums and Facebook pages believed almost all of it, and they got their pitchforks out, and you could hear the galactic facepalm being done over at the Pilots Federation offices when they're reading some of this, going, "Oh my goodness, no, it was not your vaccinations that caused it." Whatever.
It's not 5G either.
No. Bill Gates is not trying to put a chip in you, and oh my goodness. So here's the thing: when you read anything like that, do what Flossy did. Have a serious dose of skepticism about whether the person writing it is actually a Muppet or not. The likelihood is they'd probably that's an insult to Muppets. Muppets are cool, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
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 And fine. If it has a bit of a blip, give them a minute or three, and they'll get it sorted. They're very, very good at getting these things sorted, and they didn't have to roll the Galaxy black. Nobody lost anything. Anybody who tells you they lost all their stuff probably tried fixing the problem by deleting their character account, which people do. It wouldn't be the first time or last time, and then blaming everybody else. But the usual thing, a bit like when you have patches and updates, is don't panic. Step outside. Go and look at there was a moon, wasn't there? There was a big moon. Was it yesterday? I think it's called a worm moon. Well, we got Saharan dust coming over. I think it was called a worm moon. Is it the first one of spring? It's a worm moon because all the worms come out. And anyway, but it was really colourful because of Saharan dust in the atmosphere, and it was low on the horizon, and it looked pretty pretty.
So, did that make it a sandworm moon?
It would have been a sandworm moon, yes. And everybody starts reciting the litany to themselves. But I'm pretty sure reading the word of the week, that's coming soon. I suppose we ought to go for some space news. So here we go. Have we got any this week?
We got a bit.
A bit. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
When you don't know where to get more space news, 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 space news.
Okay. It's my website of choice when I have nothing to do when on the toilet. It's Hackaday, the really quite interesting random website. And they came up with this story that just took me by surprise. And in true Hutton fashion, I haven't fully read it yet because it's quite long. But the concept is that as satellites are coming back into the atmosphere, they burn up. Fine, everybody knows that. But as they burn up, they are leaving particulates behind that then are impacting the atmosphere and thus are whether we are warming up or cooling down as a climate. Usually up in the upper stratosphere, if you scroll down, there's a little diagram with things that probably only Valkyrius understands. And I just thought it was quite interesting. And the idea of salvaging scrap from space, a very Huttonist idea, has come round again, that actually, would we collect it all and process it in space? Would we push it all into the atmosphere? Or would we do something completely different with it that we've just not thought of yet? Who knows? I just thought it was a very interesting article, and I will put it in the chat for anybody who cares.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
I was about to say, Manic Mutt did actually ask, but I'm not allowed to put links there.
You're not allowed to put links there. We have to upgrade you, I'd imagine. Yeah, I mean, there was a wonderful picture in the article here of a space truck towing a satellite, which is, whether that's AI slop or hand-drawn, it actually looks...
I liked it all the same.
Yeah.
It felt very Huttonist.
But this was an article, there was another article came out so in recent weeks about a smear that appeared across the sky, and apparently it was lithium from batteries from something that burnt up from SpaceX in the atmosphere. And apparently, obviously, lithium doesn't normally hang around in the upper atmosphere like that. It's one of the very good markers about what kind of an effect we're having up on that region of not quite space, if you know what I mean, and not quite atmosphere. So they were, because of lithiums in batteries, and spaceships contain a lot of batteries. So, they're looking at, this thing, Starlink has a cumulative mass of over 10,000 tons of stuff.
There's a lot of it up there, isn't it?
And of course, all this stuff burns up in the atmosphere as well. So yeah, I can see that it might over time be having a cumulative effect.
But it's even just the idea of having these great big reflective blocks in space, kind of reflecting solar energy outward, which in a lot of respects is not a bad thing for our current climate state. But as well, has anybody seen the film WALL-E?
Oh yes, yeah.
WALL-E.
Eva.
Eva. There's a bit when they go up in a rocket and they sort of blast through this rusty set of satellites. It feels like that. Not only do we feel content with living in our own filth, we need to be circulated by it as well. Thank you, SpaceX. Thank you for it.
Yes, for making cartoons become real. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, number one, we really shouldn't be littering all over the place. That's just naughty. And number two, if you do litter, you should be picking it up, and we're not doing that yet. And number three, no, it's not aliens. It's 1,600 kilometre long lithium plumes, apparently. Okay, well, that's number one.
That's about it for that one. I just thought it was quite an interesting article, and like I said, I've shared it in the group.
Rename this section "Things that Gray Reads on the Toilet."
Yes.
Right. Okay, so the next one. Who wants to take this one? Litho, do you want to have a stab
sure.
at this one?
Yeah, NASA's changed its mind and missed a date.
Oops.
Let's see. Artemis 2, being careful with the numbers here, has been rolled back from the pad into the VAB.
Well, we knew that last week. You said it was like not feeling very well.
It was not feeling very well, but it's feeling sufficiently unwell that the repair involves taking it back inside and breaking it and fixing it and putting it back together again.
I did that with a model of the one of the Saturn rockets once, but that didn't involve taking it outside
Yeah.
so much as knocking it off the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first time they did the wet test, they were finding excessive levels of hydrogen gas around the base of the launcher. So
That's
that
not
meant there was
good.
there was definitely a leak in the fuel system somewhere. So they identified that being a faulty valve and a couple of other bits and pieces. So they fixed all of that on the pad. The second wet test, though, they noticed, what did they say? Irregularities in the helium system pressure.
Yep.
They've used helium to pressurize the hydrogen in the tanks so that they can keep the pressure stable while they're filling them and stuff.
Yeah, and helium being relatively
And-
inert, compared to
Yes.
hydrogen, which goes
And
boom.
and yes, and being safe to let out, but they had problems with the actual helium control system. So yeah, that's take it all apart in the VAB and fix it and put it back together again. So
But
it's
it's
been
not all
rolled
bad
back from the
news.
pad. Well, that bit is, but they're still hoping to meet the next launch window in April.
Which is
But
once a
they've
month.
also, yeah, well, that's how long it takes the moon to go around and get back to where it was again.
Yep.
But they've also, as Little Grey has just announced, had some not bad news. They're putting on an extra flight.
Right.
So Artemis 3, which was going to be first landing on the surface, is now Artemis 4. But they're saying that's still planned for 2027. And
Okay.
Artemis 3, which is now Artemis 3, is going to be a dry run of basically Apollo 10, as far as I remember, which is just
8
pootling
kilometres
around in
over the
Earth orbit.
surface. Yeah.
No, sorry,
Well,
not 10,
10
9, my bad.
Sorry, no,
No,
10,
te- you're right,
10 was the
10 close.
flyby.
No,
yeah.
this is going to be 9, pootling around in Earth orbit, docking with the lander.
Oh, so undock, dock again. Undock, dock again.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Or in this case, meet with the lander and dock with the lander in Earth orbit.
So
rather
this
than
is
moon
obviously
orbit.
when they come back off the moon to sort of catch the...
Well,
yeah.
actually, when they get to the moon as well, because remember, they're not taking a lander with them this time.
Right.
The full Apollo, Artemis 4 process is now launch to lunar orbit, meet up with a lander that's been separately launched to lunar orbit, go down in the lander, come back up in the lander, meet up with the Artemis Orion capsule, and fly back.
Right, okay. So it's not all going in
leaving
one,
the lander
one bit.
there for use by the next crew. No.
Well, that makes sense, because
Now,
that means you can send 2 rockets with 2 different payloads, which means you can have bigger payloads on each one, which
Yep,
means you're not
absolutely.
compromising the size of what you can do, so you can have a bigger rover.
Interestingly, though, they're no longer saying, and they will be meeting up with the Starship lander. They're saying they'll be meeting up with whichever lander is ready at the time.
Right.
Which
Okay.
kind of squares up with the statement that this isn't going to delay their arrival at the moon.
But it doesn't square up with the statements that the Blue Origin lander, Blue Moon, is even further behind being ready than the Starship one. So, yeah, go figure.
Okay. And then this may or may not work, this last one, by the way. Whether
Yeah,
we'll see.
the in-session browser works. So what's this one?
This
I don't
one
know.
is
It
that,
appeared after we started.
The Vera Rubin telescope has now gone online. You are looking there. You should be able to zoom in and out as well if you can use the mouse wheel.
Yeah.
This is the field of view of Vera Rubin. When you zoom in, you get some idea of just how much detail there is. When you zoom out, and you can zoom out quite a bit further than you zoomed out there. Keep going, keep going. That's a Vera Rubin view. Now think about how far you zoomed in on that. Because you can find
can
one of
see
those
some
teeny
galaxies.
tiny little
Look,
dots.
I see these galaxies
And
here,
if you
yeah.
scroll in on the teeny tiny little dots in the background, half of them are galaxies as well, and you can zoom in on them too.
My
And that's one shot.
goodness.
It's not a synthetic. That is one shot. The web page application is just dynamically adjusting what it streams to you, basically. Vera Rubin is now live. The first night it went live, it generated 800,000 detection events.
Ow.
Protection or detection?
Detection. It's
Just
finding
checking.
things, lots and lots of things that we didn't particularly know were there or didn't know that they are what they are. Lots of new supernovas, lots of new active galactic nuclei, what used to be called quasars.
Just
Just
look at
lots
this
and
spiral.
lots
Look at
of
this spiral
things.
here. Whoa. Look at that.
Amazing.
There's a
When
beautiful rainbow one. Where's that spiral that you're on? The twin spiral. I'm not going to be able to work that out.
Yeah, good luck with that.
This is just like
Up near the top corner.
So
This is
go
just like
due
a-
south from that, and there's a little blue dot and a red dot up above it. So further, I can only get a slightly delayed. Due south from where you were,
Yeah, I'm there.
and then go down a bit more. And there's a blue dot, a yellowy dot, and a blue smear next to it. You zoom into that, it becomes this beautiful rainbow, and then also
There you
that nebula there becomes this sort of beautiful. What's the word? Blue twinkliness. I don't know.
It's very purdy. It's very, very purdy. Or as
Yes,
Kesenick says, what a nice pair.
Nebula.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Sorry, Vocarius, you were trying to say something.
Yeah, this is just like going on ED Astro and zooming in to find all the amusing memes commanders have drawn on the galaxy.
Well, anyway, it's very cool. If somebody wants to go and find that, how do they find it? What's the address? Somebody want to put it up on the ticker-tack for a minute?
I'll just
Yeah.
drop it straight into the chat.
But it's-
Vocarius can do that now.
Yeah,
okay.
skyviewer.app/explorer.
As an interesting other factlet about the Vera Rubin telescope, while they were commissioning it, they ran it up for 10 hours, so less than a full night's viewing. Just for testing purposes, they weren't actually running it. It found over 2,100 new asteroids that had never been discovered before in that 10 hours, whilst it wasn't actually running properly.
What is this thing? How does it do it so fast? Is it using AI?
It is a multi-gigapixel camera that's taking repeated images of the sky every 30 seconds.
It's an
It's
8.4
images-
meter primary mirror on it, and a 3.2 pixel charged coupled device imaging camera, the largest camera ever constructed.
It images the entire southern hemisphere sky. It's in Chile. The entire sky every 3 nights, and then
Whoa.
repeats. And if there's differences from one image to the next, it's found something.
And do you know where
I
it
found
is?
something.
Do you know where it's? Do you know where you actually find this?
Put it away.
Do we know where it is?
Where the telescope
Yeah.
is? It's in Chile.
Yep. So Chile, and at an altitude of 2,672.75 meters. Yes, on if you were looking at sort of Chile as a strip that goes down the left side of South America, it's sort of in the middle-ish.
Yeah.
Yep.
Within the next few months, we should know whether Planet X, the thing that's making all of the Kuiper Belt objects do funny things, exists or not. Because if Vera Rubin doesn't see it, it's not there.
There you go. Here's a picture of the Vera Rubin Observatory up in Chile.
Oh, beautiful.
David, there's an amazing button you need to go and find.
Oh,
Go back to where you were.
where?
Oh.
What?
You can make them play music for some reason.
You can make what? Play music the stars?
Yes, exactly that. It's Sky Viewer Synth. If you click in the top left-hand corner, there's a 3 little hamburger line thing.
Hang on, I'm going back to it.
And then you go down, and there's Sky Synth. And as you move around each star...
Are we going to get a strike? Are we going to get a strike on this one?
No. Click on Sky Synth, and as you move around, it goes ding, 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 and you can make music using the stars.
Oh, that one goes dong. Did you hear that? That one went dong.
There you go. I don't know what. I guess it's different styles or classing of stars make it ding and dong in different ways. I could spend hours doing this. I'm definitely not going to show it to my children because that will be all I hear all weekend. There is also a link to that in the chat, should anybody wish to do that after the show.
It sounds like Mystic Flossy.
You're going on a long journey.
Several billion light
See,
years.
that large one there really makes a low dong noise. Let's do. That's more of a.
Well, that's really deep. I like it.
Like this one here. Let's look at this big one here. Oh, that's the multicoloured one that you would. That's it. Forget Hutton Orbital Radio anymore. I'm just going to do this all evening. Right, that's it. I'm just going to play tunes now. Oh, there's a big one on the edge here.
Do I have to ask the question then?
Go on. What's the question?
Do we have a word of the week?
No, we can't do that
God.
yet. We haven't done the closing music. Hang on.
I thought that was the closing music.
Well, maybe not with that attitude.
Space news, 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 space news.
Well, I'm not going to ask it again.
Oh, okay. Yes, we have a word of the week, and it's a long one. It is. Let me get myself ready for
You've
this
only
one.
got yourself to blame.
Yeah, I put this in, and this is my fault. It's Pneumo No Ultra Microscope Cilio Volcano Coniosis.
What, you mean
see.
ultra microscopic silicovolcaniconiosis?
No, pneumo. You missed a bit, not ultra.
No, pneumono ultra
No, he said-
microscopic silicovolcaniconiosis, definitely.
I
that
He
see.
said it faster than you can hear it.
But what? But hang on a second. Did you say pneumono ultra microscopic silicovolcaniconiosis?
Do you know what? I said something that sounded vaguely like that. Yes.
Okay.
Would you like to know what it means?
I'd love
Nah.
to.
I'm not sure you do. It's quite gross. It refers to a lung disease caused by the inhaling of very fine ash and sand dust. Kind of appropriate for the Saharan dust that's coming over, I suppose.
Which makes worm moons look pretty. Or
Yeah.
sandworm moons.
And the space dust falling down with all the satellites. It's been a dusty episode tonight.
It's the dusty episode. That's the title sorted. Would you like me to use it in a sentence?
Oh, go on then.
Go
Oh.
on then.
Some might say that Gusto the Clown's suspicious signature cough is the way is due. What? That doesn't make sense anymore. Someone's
does, the
changed
way
Some
it.
it
might
is,
say
the
that
way it
Gusto the
is,
Clown's
yeah.
suspicious signature cough is the way it is due to
Due
a highly
to?
suspect. Go on then.
Pneumo No Ultra Microscopic Cilio Volcano Coniosis. Content during his wild exploratory teenage years. Well, I ruined that bit, didn't I?
Well, yes. I mean, you chose it. It wasn't me this week. You know, I gave you a lovely ordinary article with lovely ordinary words, and yeah.
And then you go and have pneumono ultramicroscopic
Absolutely.
volcanoconiosis.
Or
Yeah, it's
space
not as
flu
easy
brought
as
on
it
by
looks,
server
is it?
failure. Yeah.
Oh, no, I know. Why do
We
you think I avoided saying it?
Right. I suppose on that note, then, Volcarius, do we have a quiz to save us this week?
We do indeed.
Ooh,
And it has a link.
it does.
Did you post it? Did you post a link in?
I didn't yet, but I was about to try
No,
to see if
we've
it
given
works.
you permission, Volcarius. You have consent.
So
there we go.
Hey, look
did
at
that actually work?
that.
Like, if you look at it.
It's
But who's got-
actually
Came through?
there. I
Who's-
clicked it.
Who's got the Tiki Tapper one though?
Oh, I can
Yeah.
do that.
In the meantime, while they're sorting out the ticky thingy, welcome to this show's quiz, which everyone's welcome to join over at quiz.inif.space in a browser window on the side or with a mobile device. Following up an idea suggested by 21 many months ago, this week is all about filling in the blanks. Various quotes and phrases have had a word removed, replaced with strange wide underlined Unicode characters which may or may not render properly, and you get to guess what it was. Correct reconstruction
It's
score.
blankety
Correct reconstruction score 3 points, although there will probably be a lot of points for other good or clever answers, so definitely go ahead and make something up. Everyone listening live is very welcome to do something or other over at quiz.inif.space, now or at any time during the quiz to join in. And remember, while some rude answers may be funny enough for the panel to call for a bonus point, they can't be so rude that Flossy would pan me for showing them.
What a good measure. I appreciate that unit of measure. It's very niche, but I like it all the same.
Just double checking. Did you manage to pick up the studio broadcast
Yeah, you're
screen?
in.
Excellent. I made it widescreen this week, especially for you, for long words.
Right, now it looks like everyone's filing in. In fact, we're probably almost ready to start. I'll switch the thingy over.
You mean the Hutton truckers filed themselves in? Like, in an orderly fashion?
He didn't say orderly.
Disorderly, yes. Disorderly Hutton truckers. So this,
One of
if
them
we
was
were,
using a
if we
metal
were
file, so
not stepping on anybody's toes on copyrights, we wouldn't call it blankety blank. We might just call it totally blank, which describes most of us when answering your questions.
I was trying to think of a way you could squeeze space into spacity blank. I don't know.
We'll have to work on
Spacity
that.
blank, spacity blank, spacity blank, a spacity blank.
you just
checkbook
know
and pen.
you just know that's going to turn into spank though if you did that. So
Yeah, we need a checkbook.
In
and
any
pen.
case, let's see how this goes. Round 1 is eximious advice.
Is it what advice?
Eximious, which means excellent, distinguished, eminent, or outstanding. Oh yeah, they did cock up, didn't they? Oh well. Number 1, don't forget your what. That is
I mean,
only one
keys
word, by the
keys
way.
is a good start because I
This is
locked
important
myself out of the
galactic
house a couple of
advice.
weeks ago.
toothbrush.
Yes, this is important galactic advice.
Is the number of dashes correct?
No.
So don't forget your blank. Can you count down?
No, yeah. Oh, yeah, that as well. They all have 4 dashes.
Thank you much. I ask the very same question. Worry not.
Number 2. What passed your attacker?
Sneak.
What? I don't understand this question.
Blank past. This is advice. If you were talking to noobs and they were saying, "I want some advice about combat."
Yes, if you're under attack, what passed your attacker? It's a verb.
Oh, that doesn't help me anyway.
But at least now you understand the question. You may not know the answer.
So
but you
there's a
understand
ship
the
in
question.
front of you going pew 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 in your direction, smashing the front of your ship up. What would you do?
Ram it.
And what's the best way to do that?
Detonation in 10 seconds.
That was my main approach with
Fire a limpet.
Tharg Almighty.
And 3. Always have a what?
Swift half
dear.
before you leave.
Is dead meat in the in the quiz answers?
Oh, I hope not. No, it's not that.
Always have. Always
I can
look
think of
on
two,
the
but
bright
neither of them
side
fit well.
of the moon. Doo-doo. Right.
Detonation in 10 seconds.
All of these are relatively good advice, by the way, so I think everyone gets points.
We're all going to get points for all of it. Apart from dead meat. Blankety blank. Oh, sorry. Totally blank. Totally blank. Totally blank. Totally blank.
And let's see what we have. So the canonical answer was limpets. There are actual station advertisements which do say don't forget your limpets. But yeah, I think Space Pants he might not want to forget those as well. So that does get a point.
Rebuy is wrong, though. Rebuy is a different answer, let's be honest.
Don't forget your rebuy.
What does the panel think about rebuy?
Well, if it said enough cash to pay for your rebuy, might have allowed that one.
Yeah, you can't really leave your rebuy at the station, can you?
You tend to leave it in a smear across space.
It looks like the panel doesn't like rebuy. Sorry about that one.
Sorry, somebody.
Question 2. Let's see what we have. So canonically, boost past your attacker is very good combat advice. Runaway is very close to boosting. That is actually a good thing, good way to think about it. I don't really know what electric slide is, but it sounds good to be. So
I did also initially write strafe, which could have also worked, I guess.
Yeah, that would have been that would have been a good one, because then you can maintain combat readiness by pointing the dangerous end of your ship at them while you're boosting past them. So that would have been a good answer, yes.
And we have always have a rebuy. That is the more canonical.
No,
it's never don't fly without rebuy.
Yeah.
The shanty by Tokuso begs to differ.
Never fly without a rebuy.
I see.
But everyone did put very good answers. I did always have a plan. That's a particularly good answer.
Yeah, always have a plan is good. Towel,
I like spare pair of space pants.
Yep.
I'm not sure I agree with plan, I'll be honest. Because plan never survives first contact with the enemy.
Yes, but if you haven't got one, how can it fail to survive first contact with the enemy?
Well, you haven't got one. You haven't got anything to fail, have you? Or something to throw out the window on the way past. I see.
I suppose it's a bit of game theory. Like, if you've got a plan and your enemy doesn't, then you'll win 1,000 battles or something like that. Anyway,
failing to plan is planning to fail.
There you go. Anyway, round 2 is the
bonus points if anyone can name the movie that came from.
Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. There we go. Or plan for what is difficult while it's easy. Both of which are Sun Tzu.
These all feel like posters.
In any case, round 2 is the Galnet Growlery. So these are all actual Galnet headlines. Question 1. Well, headline 1, I suppose. What wreckage in Sol draws keen interest?
See, you could say it. What wreckage in Sol draws keen interest?
I don't want to go near Sol's draws.
Exactly.
But only Beetlejuice draws it. I ain't no artist.
There we go.
Detonation in 10 seconds.
Headline 2. Trailblazer fleet withdrawn. What starport revealed?
Naked?
Okay, some of these are pretty good.
Detonation in 10 seconds.
And question 3, or well, headline 3. New what variant reaches the market?
I've no idea, but that fits.
Detonation in 10 seconds.
It's a tricky one, that one, because it could be many things.
Mm-hmm.
A tricky one to read that one as well, actually. Well, we have... It is a Titan wreckage in Sol, draws keen interest. Technically it is a Thargoid, so, you know.
Titan brackets boop.
I'm not sure if there's a SpaceX wreckage in Sol, but conceivably.
How long until they find it, do you reckon? Or do you reckon it's all
If it's a
less
SpaceX
smears in the
car
atmosphere?
wreckage, no, yeah.
I don't think it's in the game.
A roadster in space. Actually, that came back down, didn't it?
No,
the roadster's
that's
still
in
up.
solar orbit now.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
That's
Where
going
is-
nowhere.
Yeah. Where is it at the moment? I'm just looking up where it is. It's just completed over 4 billion miles, and it's already done several full laps around the sun.
Around the sun?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
orbiting
in
the
solar
sun
orbit.
every 557 days, and it passes between the orbit of Earth and Mars,
Mhm.
I see.
moving at a speed of 12,000 miles an hour.
You're going to get a
That
ticket.
is faster than its design intent.
And headline 2. It is the Dodec, so the Trailblazer Fleet Withdrawn Dodec starport revealed.
No,
Which is
it's a
very
character by the name of Major Steve Starport, according to that one.
I did like A. Like that was a very clever answer.
I thought so. It was a wordy joke, and I made it.
Way!
The shortest word you could come up with, of course.
So the shortest possible words,
Well, the Tesla Roadster
apart
has
from
been 8
maybe
years,
I.
27 days, 1 hour, 1 minute, and 10 seconds since launch. Ooh, there's a tracker here.
Well, you can do that next time.
Yeah.
This one didn't hit quite as well as I'd imagined, but in any case, it was the Onion Head variant, which someone did get.
Yay!
There were various other answers, and I kind of just all gave them the point.
Well, ship variant, actually, that's a very valid answer. Because
Yeah.
it did reach the market recently, the new ship variant. Because it's,
Yeah, but there's lots of individual ships it could have been as well, because there's so
Yeah.
many Mark IIs and 4s and 5s. And
New Frontier
Ew.
Livestream variant.
And we have a third round. This is Cattywampus Comms. So, pirates say a lot of strange things when you engage with them. And here are a few. The first. Yeah. I'm gonna what
You
you
are
up.
can of worms, this one.
how many censored answers are there going to be?
This is the sort of question you want to be asking at ECM, not now.
No, we stream it out from ECM as well, so it wouldn't be any
you have
better.
to asterisk the proper.
All
Also-
I can say is it's a good job we're not a monetized stream, because we will be demonetized for some of the answers to this one.
I'm really confused, Monkey Mutt, as to why you've sent me this YouTube video. I've been sent this electric boogie by Marcia Griffiths, and I have no idea what's going on.
Thing, explosion.
Someone asked what the electric slide was.
Totally blank. Totally blank.
That will do. Next one. Phrase 2. Next time, you should fill your hold with what?
Oh, God.
I can suggest a few things. Most of them will need to be surgically extracted afterwards.
There we go. I'm sure this is one of them. I've actually got a list of them all somewhere.
No, cannot remember that one.
Got the button?
Oh.
That
yeah, but it's the wrong button.
Next.
Let's
And
try that
finally.
again.
We've moved on now.
Yeah.
Put it in the
Okay,
burger for the vegans.
Wonderful. That's the ship I'm looking for. The one with the big.
You know what's going to happen on this one.
If there was ever a clickbait, for lack of a better word, this was it. I don't know, what is the word I'm looking for?
Boobs.
I mean, these aren't so much double entendres as just entendres.
Fucking humans.
I have no idea what this button does. Oh, that's what it does.
Ow.
That was Little Grey's bucket being knocked over, I think.
So do we have the actual countdown?
They've been cleaning me out the carpet for weeks.
Welcome to Hutton
That's
Orbital.
about 10 seconds.
I recommend spending no time here at all.
I think that's going to have to pass.
Yep.
So we have, as anyone should know, it's I'm going to boil you up. Although I did like, give. That's a very
yes.
very mimetic answer.
Yeah, we got rickrolled in the answers. Yeah, well done.
Never.
But it was me and somebody else,
yes,
whoever that was.
More than one person thought to do that as well. That's amazing. We have, next time you should fill your hold with gold.
Cargo boobs.
I'm looking forward to the scoring of this. It's all going to be everybody's got everything.
It's all a bit what's a face with the chat show. Hey, you get a prize. You get a prize. Everybody gets a prize.
Yeah, but
everybody gets a spreadsheet.
Don't forget, it's 3 points for a spot on answer and 1 or 2 points for close or entertaining. So
I've forgotten.
That's the ship I'm looking for, the one with the big hull. There were various variants on hull, which I've merged into hull. Oh, except for that one. I missed that one. Oh, well.
Hard points.
Well, there we go. I thought, yeah, conceivably.
Is that a huge weapon on your hard point, or are you just...
Well, I'm thinking. I always remember the Panther Clipper reveal at ECM 2 years ago, with the
cardboard box with the ship kit on the
at
back,
a huge hard point. Yeah. So let's see how we all did. Scores. We have Blank Me with 25 points at the first place. Well done.
Way!
And you've somehow managed to find a name. I increased the number of characters last time.
Wasn't me. This time it wasn't me.
Might be me. Sorry, not sorry.
Dynamic font sizes. Wrapping. No.
Oh, we have a lurgy-ridden Ms. Hawk in there. Hi,
Suck
Amelia.
it, Manny Mutt.
Well, congratulations, Blank Me.
Thank you.
Yes, and indeed, well done all.
And blank you to everybody else. Yeah.
Second, yeah.
Yeah, well done, Flossy. You pay much more attention to the... I've just had a really cunning idea, which I can't tell you, but I've had a really cunning idea. Right.
I'm just had the last 2 points somewhere.
Woohoo! Right. Well, thank you very much for the space quiz. What have we got after? Do you know what? I really could have done without closing the script in order to do the quiz. That would have been smart of me, wouldn't it?
Well,
Probably, yes.
CGE times.
Okay. Well, let's just close that and go over to Flossy with the CG news.
It's Flossy. It's Flossy. It's Flossy. It's Flossy. And the community goes.
Hello, Flossy here with this week's CG News. The current combat CG continues for another week. It currently has 14,000 contributors and a total of 2,774,811,719,451 contributions or credits contributions.
Line.
Yeah, so that's it for this week's CG News.
Flossy told you what to do.
Right, now I do understand that we may have a Galnet sabbatical this week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
They have.
Yes.
Hold the fifth
He's
again.
digesting.
Which means we can all scarper and go and get some dinner and those kind of things in a minute. So what we want to be doing before we do the end of the show, chitter-chatter bits and bobs, which we're going to talk about ECM for a second, is everybody haul their other screen, there's on your left, over to Twitch, and we need to go and raid somebody. And do you know what? Chat, you can take part in this one as well. We are looking for somebody who is streaming Elite and only has sort of 1 or 2 viewers and needs a Hutton raid and a bit of Hutton mugged love, as they say, to land on their stream in a minute. So I'm just typing it in here. So any suggestions, welcome everybody. Do check that they're actually streaming and not asleep, because we've done that one before. That they're not about to combat log. We've done that one before. And they're not speaking in, I don't know, Esperanto or something, because then we won't understand them. So if you guys want to go and have a look at somebody who's doing something fun and needs a bit of a raid, we can talk about ECM for a second. So last week, Flossy, thank you very much. You very kindly announced that ECM was happening 5th of September this year. And... then it all went mad, and we melted the hotel booking system. No, we didn't actually melt the hotel booking system. But no, it actually kept up with it and was sending most of the confirmations out this year, which is really good. And then somehow magically in the first 6 days, 112 people booked tickets already. Whoa. Which, is pretty impressive. So, yes,
That's
including...
quite a lot, isn't it?
It's quite a lot, yeah. Given it usually takes us a few weeks to get to that stage and loads of promos. So all we did was announce it on the show and put it up to the regulars. And, yes, everybody decided to book a space. And then, Valkyrius, you very kindly launched an official forum thread for it as well. Thank you very much for that one.
It was also advertised on DW3.
I did notice
there
that
you
somebody
go.
dropped it into there a couple of days ago, yes.
And incidentally, so that 112 tickets, so that is 63% of the tickets in a week. Which is
63% of our maximum.
Yeah.
We tend to have fewer than that because we save some for special guests, that kind of thing. But yes,
right. But overall, that's it's kind of normal for quite a lot to go in the first week. There are a lot of people who enjoy ECM, which should be a point to the vouchers for it. That so many returning commanders just insta book their ticket for the next one.
Yep. I mean, it's very gratifying to see. But yeah, so many people, including quite a few newbies as well. Looking through the list, there are some names that have never been to an ECM before. So whether the posting in the DW3 channel without checking with me first that telling 14,000 people about it was a good idea seems to have been a good idea. So much the same as previous. Now, a few things. Obviously, Valkyrius has already spoken about his light gun special. We're rejigging the event to give Valkyrius some space for the light guns. We're shuffling the space around a little bit and just to sort of bring all of the retro together, we're hoping, rather than it being split across one corner of the room and then the spillover room because there was so much retro. We've got the 2 Starship bridges, and they're actually being broken out of storage in 2 weeks' time because they're actually going to be in use for something in a couple of weeks. So I may have to swap notes with Valkyrius, and we haven't actually checked whether Cosmos, it isn't Artemis, it's Cosmos these days, has had any updates that we need to know about, or it's broken or anything. So I'm probably going to need to swap notes with Valkyrius. Go on then.
That aside, we do have both bridges this year at ECM then.
We do have both bridges, yes.
There we go.
So we have 2 Starship bridges, and obviously all the retro and the racing again, and tables full of stuff. The Lego plan is coming together. Thank you very much, Commander Tisdar, for beginning to come up with a Lego plan. Now, we decided that a 9,000 piece model was too much for a bunch of ECM attendees to get built before the raffle, so we're going to scale it back from the 9,000 at last time. Now, I think, was it Atros 5060 who won the one from last year? We've not seen photographs of the completed Type 9 yet. So
I think he should withhold his food until he presides it.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, we might ban him from turning up unless he can actually show us photographs of the completed item. So we have to check with Atros 50. I think it was Atros 5060, because I knew it was somebody who was flying home and had concerns about fitting it in the luggage. Said,
Yeah.
please don't finish the model, otherwise I'm never going to get it home. But Tisdar's come up with a few plans about what's happening on that side of things. No news yet about any special guests, though we are 6 months out, so that's perfectly normal. We have had the Hutton Mayhem band already start putting their heads together and work out whether they're going to allow LCU to join in from the stage again. It is a reminder, though, to any of you with any talent, particularly when it comes to the Hutton Mayhem band, anybody of a musical leaning, the Hutton Mayhem band is very much sort of glued together from people who want to take part. So we, at the kick off our evening entertainment, a bunch of talented people get up on the stage and put themselves sort of out there as musicians, singers, drummers, keyboardists, guitarists, etc. They have been ably supervised by the marvellous Tokuso in the previous few years. But if you have talent for these kind of things, if you're an expert on the accordion, or you want to sing, or anything like that, then please do get in touch on the ECM Discord channel. If you really fancy standing up on stage and doing your thing with the Hutton Mayhem band, we wouldn't throw you out there solo unless you really wanted. Then do give us a shout. There is a Hutton Mayhem band chat channel with a few of the regulars in it, and they're planning what evil things to do next year during the live music segment. Similarly, if you have always wanted to play insert game name here that you bought on Kickstarter or whatever else, and you got it and realised that you haven't got enough friends around regularly to play it with, and you really want a game of insert whatever it is here, do consider bringing it
Thunderbirds.
along. Yeah, and hosting on one of the tables a game of it or two is the best way to find other people that love it. Battle cards being an example. A lot of you back battle cards, and we do play battle cards at ECM. That's ED Battle Cards. Now, oh crikey, I nearly forgot something really, really, really important. I'm just going to have to look this one up. So somebody cover for me for a second. Because, talking of battle cards, we spoke to John from Spider-Man, or Spider-Mind, what was Spider-Mind Games. And he now is working with an outfit called Archmage, who do publishing of stuff, including some of the books that Oliver writes as well. So John and Oliver are still working together over at Archmage Publishing. And they have a Kickstarter live at the moment. So I'm going to have to see if I can get this up on screen. So they published a series of sort of solo adventures and game books over recent years. But they've actually acquired or working with an author called, I think his name's Michael J. Ward. And they have done a series of solo RPG D&D style game books in a dark fantasy world inspired by Aztec mythology. From Michael J. Ward, and it's up on Kickstarter at the moment. And as is ever the case, we love the work that John and Oliver do, and we've always sort of backed what Spider-Man do and now what Archmage do. But I was just going to see if I could pop this up on screen for you so people can find it. Hang on a second. Let's go back to the Banter screen here, and this one, cover for me. And
you're kind of still talking though.
Hello.
Yeah. Certainly, if it's your first one, not previously knowing anyone can seem like quite a big hurdle. But the best thing you can do is turn up, ask people if they're here for ECM, say that it's your first ECM. You will be very surprised about how many people will be more pleased to meet you than anyone else in the galaxy. It's absolutely for you if you were thinking about it but weren't sure.
Yeah, but similarly, if you're of a quieter disposition, we have all sorts there. We got noisy people, welcoming people, quiet people who just like observing from the side and then joining in a little bit. It's genuinely the most welcoming environment that we can possibly craft, including with quiet spaces that people forgot to ask, is there a quiet space last year, and then didn't find it, but we did have one. But yeah, so we're trying to persuade John, Archmage, Spider-Mind John, to come to the event and show stuff off. But their latest offering, it looks like it's back. Is it backed already? Fully backed? Anyway, it's called Sunfall. Shall I hit play on
that's almost back 10 times over.
Yeah, so yeah, it's been backed 10 times over. And it's a solo RPG adventure by Archmage Press. Which is them, and can I hit the play button? Does it work? Here we go. Can you hear that?
El cielo sangra como una herida abierta.
The sky bleeds like an open wound.
Los cielos hacen llover cenizas sobre nuestras tierras malditas.
The heavens weep ash across our cursed lands.
Las grandes ciudades han caído. Nuestra sabiduría sagrada se ha esparcido por el viento.
The great cities have fallen. Our sacred wisdom is scattered to the wind. These are the hollow days, when all should walk in fear. For many sheaves of years we have bled to nourish the cosmos. We gladly offered our souls, certain we could appease the fickle gods. But our prayers go unanswered. Vile corruption spreads from our capital, once the shining jewel of Lake Texcoco. It infects the water, befouls the land, its sickness carrying across plains and marsh like a virulent plague. Our jungles once teemed with joyous life, now they wither and rot, born anew into the hunting grounds for vile abominations and horrors, preying on those of us still cursed to walk such tangled paths. Our precious sun is lost to us, the rains no longer fall. We sink each day into shadow, like the temples beneath the lake. where the drowned wail and old gods scream.
¿Dónde están nuestros héroes de antaño? Aquellos bendecidos por el destino.
Where are our heroes of old? Those blessed by the fates.
Nadie nos responderá en nuestro momento de necesidad.
Will no one answer us in our time of need?
Nadie vendrá a salvarnos.
Will no one come to save us?
Well, that's quite a trailer, isn't it?
Wow, indeed. That
a
is
trailer like that for a
something.
book. I mean, but it is a book. It's not a game. It's a book.
Yeah,
a game book. RPG.
Series of 4 game books.
Yes, yeah. And can somebody, if I let's here we go. I'm just going to paste it into chat. I mean, I know it's not about spaceships, but it's about John and Oliver's work. And we love their work. We always have done. They were the guys behind the ED RPG and behind the ED battle cards and Ice Dice and the little legs table level up table thing. And
tabletop for your tabletop.
That's the one. Yes, that stops you tipping your drink all over your tabletop. So yeah, we love their work. We love the guys, and we've known them for years and years. So yes, they've managed to back it 4 times over. So the risk levels are pretty darned low. So there it is. And what can you get if you back it? You get a copy of the book. Here we go. What makes it different? Well, there's lots of stuff on there about it. I'm just trying to see. Pick your path, craft your hero, build your renown, tactical combat, etc. But it's a solo RPG in a book form. If you remember the old, what is it? Grail Quest. Do you remember those? Herbie Brennan's Grail Quest books and Fighting Fantasy and whatever. This is like a grown-up version.
Choose your own adventure.
Yeah. This is like a more advanced version of those things. But yeah, book 1 is the Ashlands, then the Festering Coast, the Weeping Jungle, and the Pyramids of the Blood God. A 4-book series. So yeah, there's lots of information there on the Kickstarter page. Let me just.
We have an unofficial announcement that Nobody Have 2 Potato just became Federation Rear Admiral.
Congratulations! Nice. Does that mean you get to buy a new ship?
I think it does. I think that is the Corvette. Yeah.
Oh, crikey! Well done, Rear Admiral. Nobody Have 2 Potato. Congratulations. Anyway, so there you go. There's some details on the Kickstarter. Go and have a look at it, and if it is your sort of thing, yeah, go back it. I know I absolutely will be. And here you go. There's Michael Ward, who's the author of it. And yeah, we'll keep an eye on their progress. When does it end, this Kickstarter campaign? Let's have a look. 27 days to go. So they're 4 times backed with... or 8 times backed with 27 days to go.
Thursday, April the 2nd, it says.
Yeah. So I'm sure we'll be Flossy. We need some CG progress on this one in future weeks, please.
Oh, do we? Right.
Yes. How many? So 467 contributors have contributed £43,049 to the campaign already. There we go. The campaign will not end
stretch goals.
No stretch goals. No, they don't believe in stretch goals. It's just you get all or nothing. There we go. And the digital versions are all of £15. Look at that. Softback editions, all sorts.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
There's also collector's edition hardbacks that look absolutely gorgeous.
There's softback editions scrolling down. Where's them ones? They are... There we go.
Keep scrolling.
Hardback collector's edition.
Yeah.
Nom 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 nom. with all the artwork and everything. Do they say when they're likely to where's the when? Oh, it doesn't matter. It'll turn up. But yes, there we go. And thank you very much to John for giving us the information on that one. He has also said he wants to come and join us as a guest again in a future week. So maybe before the end of the campaign, he's going to pop into the show and join us as a stunt presenter and tell us all about it and what he's been up to.
A cunning stunt.
Having Spider-Man on.
Yep.
Yes, he is. He's very cunning.
He is very, very cunning. Right, while I was doing that then, did anybody manage to come up with one of the streamers that we need to go and raid before we go to
I have given you two.
Where did you give me?
Gray's link to
in the radio
TeamSpeak
chat.
Oh, what? That one. Oh, hang on a second. Do you know what? One of those, I believe, is coming to ECM.
He is. Correct.
And in which case, it's only right that we go and raid this particular individual. So what's about to happen when I remove this from the screen is we're going to play the credits. Amelia isn't here, so we're not going to yell anything. We're just going to say it. Hang around during the credits, read the credits, and at the end of the credits, I hit the magic raid button. Then go and give the person that we raid a hearty for the mug and lots of love from all of us here at Hutton. Other than that, we will be back next week with more shenanigans, more updates, more CG news, possibly from Flossy, or at least the results of the last one. We might have the return of the Galnet News Digest. We might have the return of Amelia. But other than that, it remains for me to say thank you very much to the crew and for the mug.
For the mug?
For the mug.
Cargo too small. The profit margins never really mattered at all. We're gonna take the cargo where it's needed today. Super cruising all across the Milky Way. We'll take anything, anytime, anywhere. Loading up the T-Nights to the brim with rail. For the mug, yeah, you know just where we're coming from. For the mug. Now everybody sing the Hutton Trucker song. Flossy always seems to crash into the sun. Swivel likes the pilot on the Xbox One. Alvin at the front, you know he leads us well. Trucking across the galaxy, now everybody yell. For the mug, yeah, you know just where we're coming from. For the mug, now everybody sing the Hutton Trucker song. For the mug, yeah, you know just where we're coming from. For the mug, now everybody sing the Hutton Trucker song. To go cruising to Hutton, whoa, no journey too long and no cargo too small. The profit margins never really mattered at all. We're gonna take the cargo where it's needed today. Super cruising all across the Milky Way. We'll take anything, anytime, anywhere. So shout it out loud like you don't even care. For the mug, yeah, you know just where we're coming from. For the mug. Now everybody sing the Hutton Trucker song. For the mug, yeah, you know just where we're coming from. For the mug, now everybody sing the Hutton Trucker song.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're very sorry, but that's the end of the show. Everyone's buggered off now, so why don't you bugger off too?